Hi everybody, welcome back to another episode of Across the Lawn. Today I'm here with Jeff Mix, the Director of Communications and International Admissions, and we'll be asking him some questions. So first, Jeff, what is your role here at St. George's, and what are maybe some goals you have for this upcoming year?
All right, thanks Colin. So two very different roles. The Communications Director role, you've probably seen some of the newsletters that go out, or maybe the St. George's magazine that goes out, social media platforms. So it's basically telling the story of St. George's to the best of our ability across all three levels, right? So lower school, middle school, upper school, capturing photos, capturing stories throughout the week, great things you guys are doing in the classroom, sports, outdoor program, trips, all of it. So those major moments throughout your year, we want to capture that and just kind of show the world, you guys, you students, your parents, the local community, and even the national and international community as best we can. That in and of itself is a big role, and I'm loving it and kind of getting my feet grounded here, and now that I'm fairly new. But the other part is the international admissions, which I did in my last job in Hawaii before I moved here. I did international admissions. I taught ELL and English back in Hawaii. So I'm kind of tapping into that skill set and some of my resources there, and working on recruiting more international students for St. George's. So from all over the world. I went to San Diego last spring and met with international agents that work with these families from like 23 different countries, and we've signed a bunch of new contracts with these agents to try to get more diversity here at St. George's and just more international students. My last role in Hawaii, I was the international student coordinator of about 100 international students from 25 different countries. It was a much bigger school, but I've always been of the belief that the more diversity you have in the classroom, the more different cultures that are represented, just the cooler your conversations are, the more you get out of these discussions on the athletic field, on your trips. It's just, the more you can open up your eyes to the world, I feel like you're just going to be a healthier person and have a healthier mindset throughout your life. And it opens up doors to the big, beautiful world that we have to explore, which is great.
And then you have played both collegiate and professional basketball. How has that kind of helped shape your worldview, if at all?
So I played 4 years up at Whitworth, right up the road here, back in the day. I ended up being an All-American as a junior and senior, and doing pretty well there. And I think for me, I come from a small town, Spangle, so I played at Liberty, and way back in the day. And so I got to meet so many different kinds of people through my college experience and make those bonds, those lifelong bonds, with my brothers on the basketball court from all over the nation. So that in and of itself, we'd start traveling. So for the first time in my life, I was really traveling with these games, right? Going to San Diego, going to Hawaii for a tournament. And that kind of opened up a little bit of the travel bug for me. And then it ended up bringing me to Italy. My first, impressions of Italy were, after college and playing some ball over there. And then I fell in love with Italy and fell in love with Europe, and ended up living there for about 5 years, and learned a second language and learned the culture, the history, the art, the architecture, the food. Ridiculous. And so basketball, in a way, it really opened up a portal to the world for me. It got me to Italy, which then got me across Europe, exploring all of these different places that I now love dearly. It's kind of a second home for me over there. I've been going back for 20 years, and I've even recently been teaching over there in the summers in Siena, Italy. I'm an author and a journalist as well. That's my other life. So I had a book published, and I did a book tour across the US and in Italy. So it's just opened up a kaleidoscope of new opportunities for me. And it kind of started with my college basketball experience.
Very nice. And then is there anything that students here or people in the community at St. George's can do to help support your role and anything you do for the school?
For sure. I mean, for one, I feel so lucky to have landed here. I came from a beautiful school, Hawaii Preparatory Academy on the Big Island, Hawaii. Great kids, great energy, and then I get to come here to this incredible oasis that we have here. And coming here with fresh new eyes, I can just see how special this place is, how happy students are, how well they get along, how respectful they are, how they work hard, both in the classroom, on the athletic field, through their passions, music, arts. It's a very special place. And so just like for me, just keep that up, right?
Yeah.
Keep working hard, stay positive, stay friendly, be welcoming to the new international students when they come in and invite them into your world, right? Those are all great things that are gonna help me with both of my jobs, right? Capturing the story, but also making the best, most positive environment possible for all of our students, no matter where they're coming from across the globe or locally.
Well, thank you so much for your time.
Yeah.
We greatly appreciate it.
Thank you, Colin. Appreciate it.
My name is Colin Brennan, and thank you for joining us on another episode of Across the Lawn.